Hey y'all, Bloodwing here, back to bring some grumpiness to your internet, and welcome back to Redneck Radio, the live stream where you get an extra side helping of, oh geez, what can we shout out to? Rhubarb pie. I love rhubarb.
No, not rhubarb.
I know not a lot of people like rhubarb. It's an acquired
I
taste.
don't mind it. I don't mind it. It's just a little bit too sour for now.
That's why I like it.
Can we not have some good old-fashioned American pie?
Bye bye, Miss American Pie.
Can we?
Drove
This is Redneck Radio.
That's right.
Mm.
That's right.
So we have to have some American pie.
Yeah,
But are we having custard or cream or whipped cream?
No. There's nothing more American in pies than apple. You know, if you're going to do American pie, I suppose it's going to have to be apple.
But what are you going to have on it?
Ice cream.
Oh, ice cream's a good shout. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Hot apple pie, melting ice cream on top of it. What flavor?
Well, with pie, probably, without pie, probably vanilla.
Vanilla's a good shout.
Yeah.
Vanilla is a good
apple
shout.
Pie a la mode.
There you go. So welcome to Redneck Radio. We get a side helping, an extra large side helping of some good old-fashioned American apple pie with some vanilla ice cream on top of it.
Because you know, America, heck yeah.
There you go. That's some freedom pie right there.
Some freedom pie.
Exactly.
And while I'm at it, before I get going and forget to do it, please like and share the stream. Because, you know, YouTube's not going to help us with that anymore. And if you'd like to go a little further and enjoy what you hear and give monetarily, there is Super Chat. And there's also links to my Streamlabs and Patreon in the description.
So, Mr. Wing, how are you, sir?
I'm fine. Like I was telling you a little bit earlier, I'm a little shaky. My sugar is kind of wonky today. Took a hot shower about an hour ago, and while I was in the shower, started feeling real shaky. Like, well, it's how I get when my sugar drops. I can just tell. And I ate something when I come out. Hopefully that will digest, and I'll start to feel better. But just a little shaky. But other than that, can't complain. Never does any good.
Fair enough. I'm trying to compose a pride tweet. Right, but I don't want to come across as too much of a dick. But I also kind of want to point out the corporate aspect of it that seems to have taken it over.
Yeah. RJ Bansma says you got drunkle to interrupt Scribe last night. I don't suppose that was too hard to do, honestly. I mean, love Drunkle, but one thing he's good at is interrupting. So how's everybody in the chat doing? Everybody doing good? Oh, I didn't ask you. I went right by it. How are you doing, Bear?
I'm not too bad. Thank you very much for asking. I'm not too bad at all. Happy to speak to you, Dad.
Well, good. I'm glad somebody is.
And hello to you, Michael Weiner.
Yeah.
Hope you're good today.
Yes, Opinionated Scotsman Drunkle is very good for derailing streams. Yeah, I'll give him that. Everybody's got to be good at something, you know. What's up, Pat? All of y'all. Yeah, and while we'll just get this started right off off the bat. How about that? But while Bear's making tweets about Pride, I just you all know that it's, what is it? Pride Week, Pride Month,
Pride Month.
I can't keep up.
Well, yeah, you have to remember is that in the United Kingdom we tend to do it by week, whereas you guys, obviously being Americans, you have to do it big with fireworks and guns blazing and all that good stuff, and eagles flying everywhere. I think it's Pride Month in America, but I think it's Pride Week in the UK. Not entirely sure. I'll have to Google it.
I'm just, as you and I were discussing just right before the stream started, I'm just not a big fan of, you know, like Pride Month or Black History Month or whatever month, you know, that celebrates the pride of being this group of people. And it's not that I'm against people feeling pride in who and what they are.
Mm.
Okay. I just feel like, why can't we celebrate those things that bring us together instead of those things that separate us and make us different, you know? I mean, and honestly, most of these things that they make a month about to celebrate are not anything that we've got any choice in anyway. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
Black History Month. You had absolutely no choice in being born black. It was not your call. It was up to your parents. You know?
I tweeted this out, and you guys can go give it a like and a retweet if you'd like. I said hashtag Pride 2019, hashtag Pride Month. I said companies virtue signaling left and right, pride events jacking up the prices of drinks that would normally cost a couple of quid. Instead of paying through the nose for garbage, remember the battle for LGBT rights. There you go.
Yeah.
That's not me being too much of a dick.
And like I said, I got no problem with you feeling pride in who you are. I've got redneck pride. You know, I'm proud in it. But, you know, let's, I'm not looking for a redneck month.
I think we should have a redneck month. That shit should be mandatory across the planet.
Oh, that would be a cluster, though. I mean, the whole planet.
It's not the whole idea.
Yeah, the whole planet would be drunk for a month, and you know, every vehicle would be ruined from going out mudding and.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say, like, I'd get to go mudding.
Yeah.
We'd all get to go shooting. Yeah. We'd all get to get smashed on moonshine.
With the really downside, though, is all the hospital rooms would be full to bursting because of all the hey y'all watch this.
Yeah, but you know, think of the content. Think of the amazing content that we could get out of it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd break a leg, and probably an arm, and my neck.
Yeah.
I mean, most bones in my body, I guess. But it'd be funny.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, it'd be funny. But
yeah.
You know, I just, you know, if you wanted to make a month about something that, you know, takes work or effort to accomplish, now that's a different story. I'm all about having pride, Matt, because
hey, look, man, building ramps to drive a quad bike over to try and get some of that sweet air time, that's hard work, dude.
Nobody does it better than us rednecks.
Exactly.
We never grow out of it. We're still doing it to drive our trucks over. But yeah, I'm just not a fan of that stuff. Look, like, you know, okay, so you're gay. Okay, so what? So we're all human beings. Can't we all just get along? Why do I have to know your sexuality? I don't care.
Doc Dog is correct. My face is already fucked up. What I got to lose. Hey, you know, I'm promoting this idea. You know, me and Bloodwing, we're both going to invest in a quad bike store.
Yeah.
We'll be minted, mate.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Exactly, Maniac Man 2030. Human Pride Month. That's exactly my point. We're all human beings. Cryptic, thanks for the donation. Asian pride equals lots of car accidents. He's not wrong.
It's funny how that stereotype extends to Indian people as well.
Well, they are Asian.
Yeah, you see it a lot in the UK. You get like these old Indian ladies, and their husbands are like doctors or whatever, and they've got like a Mercedes, and because the Indian ladies tend to be quite little, and you see them on the fucking road, mate, and like you just see their little head just popping through the steering wheel. Yeah, it's not just the Chinese, but it extends to the Indians as well. Actually, mind you, India is generally road rage central, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, it's no secret that I'm getting older. I'm not really. I play it up a lot. I'm not really old. 59's not old. Might sound incredibly old to some of you younger ones out there, but it's not old. My dad's old. He's 80. But you know, I catch myself when I'm out driving, hunching over, you know, while I'm driving, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm the hunched over old man I used to laugh at because you couldn't see him over the seat. So I'll sit up straight.
Yeah, it's a good call. Asian drivers, no survivors. I like that, Sean. That's fantastic. If you had a Twitter account, I would retweet the shit out of that. Oh, fantastic. You know, speaking of awesome quotes, I was trying to figure out on OBS via Streamlabs to kind of have like a like those RSS feeds that you get,
right.
Excuse me, and have it bleeping across the screen. But Streamlabs has updated all the stuff on the website, so I can't find any of the old widgets they used to have. I'm gonna have to speak to somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be a nice addition to live streams if I can do it. That'd be ideal.
Yeah. I just want to see YouTube make it possible to just, you know, I don't go into, I can't use OBS because we tried that, didn't work, did it? But so I just, you know, set up a Hangout the easy way. And those that have done that know there's no way to change your thumbnail. It just automatically uses what's on your banner on your channel.
Yeah, it's pretty much a quick stream option, isn't it?
Yeah.
But mind you, this is what we all used when we all first started.
Yeah, I just want to see them add the option. They don't have to do anything fancy. Just make it where you can change the thumbnail.
Yeah, that would be ideal, really.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I'm asking for.
Yeah, it's a bit rubbish. I mean, you could do it afterwards.
Yeah.
But you know, the kind of the idea of a thumbnail is to attract people to click on it.
Right. While I absolutely appreciate the people that watch the streams after they're over, absolutely I do. The whole idea of a live stream is to get a live audience, so you want that beforehand.
Yeah, I mean, the Ghost Poo streams that I do, I probably get the most amounts of viewers out of all of my live streams, obviously, because I did the date and the people on the live stream, and obviously people know it's a brand and it's a show and it's all that kind of stuff. I tend to top out, well, not top out on concurrent viewers, but like it tends to end at around 1,000, sometimes 1,200 views. But and it usually finishes around 2,000 after views, so around 2,100 views in total.
I know
there's quite a few people that do watch streams afterwards, and all positions EWD check safety chaff.
That was weak, but it sounded a little wet.
Nobody hurt a little bit, actually.
You might want to go check your drawers after that one. I'm not sure.
No, it's okay. It wasn't that wet. It sounded wet, but it wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I know I do get people that do watch my streams afterwards because I see comments left, you know, from people that weren't in the stream. But I should sit down and try to figure out just how many people do watch it after, just out of curiosity. It makes no difference, you know.
Yeah.
But just out of curiosity. Let's see the other thing. Oh, there was one other thing I did want to mention. Yes, we all know that there's been a mass shooting in Virginia Beach. No, we don't know a whole lot about the shooter yet. And so that I'm not guilty of what I see on Twitter of people on both sides claiming, well, they don't want to politicize it, and then turn around now that a little bit has come out about the shooter and say, well, they'll probably shut this down. So
I did see that this morning, the news about that. Yeah.
They're just as guilty of politicizing a tragedy as the other side. All I'm going to say is my heart goes out to the victims and their families. You know, and
absolutely.
We've got to figure out how to fix this, folks.
Yeah, I saw that Roasted Opinions. They did shoot the shooter. They killed him to death.
Killed him to death. Yep.
Yeah, that's right. They shot him to death, and that's ultimately, well, I think it's a good thing. It's what you have to do at the end of the day. If you're in those situations, you have to put the fucker down because he's not going to stop otherwise. But, you know, in a perfect world, I would like to see him face justice, you know, in a court of justice, be paraded in front of the country, and so that the families, if they're strong enough, can, you know, face him down head on in court, you know,
Yep.
and then watch him fry as he's executed. But, you know, it's not a perfect world, and it is what it is.
Yep. Yep. Like I said, all I can say is my heart goes out to the victims and to their families. And I just, you know, we've got to figure out just what it is that makes people think that this is acceptable, and and try to fix it.
If we're gonna have this conversation, it's probably gonna trigger a few people again, because I tend to get annoyed over the after debate, not just because, you know, there's the inevitable politicization of a tragedy, and the gun debate, you know, inevitably comes back up again, but people start stigmatizing mental health and start making up lies about SSRIs and SRNIs, sorry. Mental health is not an excuse.
No, well, there's no excuse. There is no excuse.
The only time that I can maybe, you know, kind of look at it like that is if the person was deemed to be lacking capacity and managed to somehow get away from the people caring for him or her.
Yeah, let me be clear. There's absolutely zero excuse. Zero. And that's what I mean by we've got to figure out what it is that makes these people think that there is an excuse, that it's acceptable, that it's a right thing to do. You know?
Yeah.
There's a problem and we've got to fix it. And it ain't gun control, folks.
Yeah, I can tell you that now. It's definitely not gun control. Chicago, tight gun control there. California, very tight gun control there. Yep. The United Kingdom, incredibly tight gun control here. Still have gun crime.
Yep. Absolutely. But yeah, my heart goes out to them. I just can't imagine. And Virginia Beach is, I've been there. It's more or less a vacation area. It was shocking that something like that happened there. I mean, yeah, of course, there's people that live there all year round. But that's what they're known for. Is it's a very nice, very great spot with good beaches and stuff on the ocean to have a vacation, you know. Anyway, so what else is going on? Press, what is it? F for respect. A certain ranting monkey is MIA on Twitter.
Yeah. Was it 7-day ban?
I think so. Yeah.
You should still be able to DM people though, right?
I'm not sure. It let me send it. I sent him a link, as I always do, to the stream.
7-day ban on Twitter. I've never been given a 7-day ban.
And it let me send the link. Didn't give me any warning that this person's banned or anything like that. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything, I guess. But yeah, he's been a bad boy again. And triggered the wrong person.
I remember the last time it happened, he got so mad at me because we both went and had a go at Vegan Gains. And actually what I said to Gaines was worse.
Oh, I remember, yeah.
Yeah, and I got a 12-hour timeout and he got a 7-day ban.
Cynical Lindsay says, what did Monkey do? Do I dare ask? I asked the same question because I've been away from Twitter for about 2 days. For most of 2 days. I just haven't been on there very much at all. And I seen the only reason I knew is Lady Monkey tweeted it out, and I asked what did he do, and somebody told me that he called the actress from Game of Thrones a bimbo.
You know he has 2 Twitter accounts, right?
Who, Monkey? No.
Yeah.
No,
he created one last time this happened. It's Angry Monkey. I wonder if he still has it or not.
Yeah, Pat, love to have you. I don't ask because I'm always afraid you're working, dude. Bear, would you mind sending Pat a link?
Yeah, it's not a problem, mate. I can do that for you right now.
I would do it, but you know that's going to be tons of dead air if I go.
Before I do that, I'll drop Angry Monkeys Twitter, alternative Twitter, if anybody wants to go follow it. And I shall send the link to Mr. Pat. I'll send the link to Amberlyn Reed. I'm surprised she didn't block me. There he is. There's Pat.
I'm not sure there's room in her for her.
Your boy Pat. What a beautiful chocolate man. There we go. Okay. What I'll do is I'll also send the link to the Angry Monkey Twitter account. After Omegon's video, I sent a DM to Amberlyn Reed. I mean, her tweets were protected anyway. I'm surprised she hasn't blocked me. Oh, dear.
But yeah, I guess what he is guilty of is calling an actress a bimbo. The things you get banned for.
Yeah, I know, right? I got a 12-hour timeout for calling Theresa May an old hag. Which, you know, that's just like, come on. Like they dish out much harsher sentences if you aim your wrath at a woman. If it's like female centric.
It does seem so. It does seem so.
JKid.
Yeah, JKid's in the chat.
He also left a comment on my latest video on I Write Alex today.
Oh, did he?
Yes, he did, yeah.
The real question is Pat really my boy? I don't know. That's you'll have to answer that.
I don't know, but he's right here. What it is, what it is.
What's up, Pat?
I said nothing much. For once, I'm not working. Unfortunately, next weekend, you know, I can't say that.
Yeah. Well, I always see you out there, and I'm just afraid to ask because I figure you're working.
Yeah, because usually I'm on break and I'm catching the stream and I'm like,
hey, Pat.
Hey, what's going on, man? Alex, or whatever you call yourself now.
Well, I mean, I'm logged into Irate Bear, so call me Bear, please. Oh, you can call me Alex if you want. I don't really care.
Oh yeah, love the invasion last night, man. Oh, that was magical. I didn't know how Scribe kept his composure, but he did.
I've seen that was happening on Twitter after the fact this morning when I logged in to see what happened, but I wasn't online when that was going down. So sorry I missed it.
Oh, man, it was wonderful. As soon as Scribe seen all three of them come on, he was like, well, good thing I didn't have news because I wouldn't be able to get through.
Poor Scribbles. Anything that takes it off format is going to make his brain explode.
Yeah, for those who don't know, last night, Ghost Poo Podcast and the Lords of the Night, we crossed streams. And Scribe has built up a bit of tolerance to it because he's been coming on Ghost Poo a lot more than the other two. Well, I wouldn't actually know. Monkey obviously has his natural tolerance to it, but Satsu, I think, was affected.
Yeah, it was fun. Throwing people out.
Yeah,
he kept muting me and the other two over and over again at the beginning of the stream. But it was never going to work.
Scribe also plays it up sometimes, but you could tell when he is for real annoyed. JKid says there's not a tolerance level high enough for Scribe to put up with you three.
We're a good Christian podcast.
Of course you are.
You know, we're wholesome. We're a show for the whole family to sit down and enjoy over your TV dinners.
Yeah.
I don't see what the problem is.
I used to like TV dinner. Of course, TV dinners used to be good way back in the day when you had to make them in the oven, not in the microwave. They were good.
I had a microwavable dinners. I don't know. I tried that Hungry Man fried chicken. That ain't no fried chicken.
No,
I don't know what that is, but that ain't no fried chicken. Shit. I don't know where they got that meat at. I think they snuck some tofu on your
ass. and I don't know what kind of Hungry Man they think they feeding, but I'd have to eat 3 or 4 of them to feel like I ate anything.
That's what I'm saying. Have you seen these TV dinners today? I'm like, what's this going to feel? Have you seen me?
I'm just a scrawny old boy. You know, I'm 6 foot tall, and I've lost a little weight. At the moment, I weigh about 165. You know, I'm not a big guy, but geez, I would. It's going to take a little more than that.
There's talk about blocking and muting people on Twitter and stuff in the chat there. Michael Warner brings up a fantastic point that, you know, blocking is generally quite a childish thing to do. I mute a lot of people if they become far too annoying, especially when it's loads of the fuckers. I have blocked people in the past. Most of them are like sponsors that you ads that appear in my timeline. Like I think I blocked Sainsbury's. But there are a couple of people that I have had to block before.
I've blocked a couple of fake profiles in the past, but most of that I think I just muted like a couple of people and things like that. And it's like how you said, they basically became annoying. They tried to argue with me over certain points and things like that. And when I gave them actually the chance, they just proved themselves childish. And I'm just like, I ain't gonna be bothered with you. So I know who it is. Every time I tweet something, and all of a sudden it's like somebody's trying to talk to you, but you muted them. I'm like, what this fool got to say?
Yeah, I've been fortunate, I guess. I haven't had to block anyone yet, and I've been on Twitter about 2 years now, a little over 2 years, I think. But I have muted a few people, and most of those are people that I actually follow on Twitter. But I will mute them because I just get sick of their stuff. And I don't want to unfollow them because so many people use that app, whatever it is, that tells you who follows you and who unfollows you and stuff. And I don't want to put up with the crying because
I've had a few people that's been unfollowing me lately because they haven't been liking my opinions as of late, things like that, mainly with the abortion and all that right there. And so it's like, yeah, I've had a lot of people, you know, I don't like you no more.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, the people that I've blocked is purely because of drama, like serious drama stuff. You remember when I pissed off the entire London LGBT community?
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, there was that douche canoe from that political party that shall not be mentioned who made multiple threats against my person and my family, and I blocked him. Well, he actually blocked me first, to be fair, but I blocked him back because fuck you, that's why.
Michael Weiner, I'm not sure what that app's called. I don't use it myself because I don't care. I don't care what my follower or sub count is. Oh, that sounds terrible. I don't mean it. I don't need that to make me feel like I'm a fulfilled person. That doesn't describe who I am, you know. So I just don't keep track. But I think it's called followers or something like that.
Oh, there's a few of those.
Yeah.
There's a few different apps. When I first started doing, I guess, this social media stuff way before Irate Bear, I had all that kind of stuff. Because like when you're learning about like how to do YouTube and how to like grow a Twitter account and stuff like that, a lot of these websites will recommend you use those kind of programs. Like if there's one called Rawler, I think. I've seen a few people use that, and there's a few others. And what it will do is it'll update like once a day or once every few days, where it'll say, "Oh, I've got this many new followers from Canada, and I lost this many followers from France." You know, there's no point doing that because you just get obsessed by the numbers. Don't fall into that trap, man.
Exactly. Yeah,
I fell into that trap with Social Blade, you know, and it wasn't doing my mental health any good, I tell you.
I mean, you know, and on YouTube, I am absolutely thankful for all my followers. I'm just amazed every time I look at the number because for so long I was stuck at like 700, and I thought, well, this is where I'll be. You know, this is where, and I'm, you know, I guess I'm okay with that. This is where I'll be, but didn't happen.
I can't get out of the 3,000 zone, but then again, like, you know, I've been hardly concentrating on my social. I haven't been hardly concentrating on that one. I say I've been trying to build up my other channels and things like that, which I just basically got started. So hopefully, as time goes by, you know, that'll start popping up. But then again, I'm trying to wait till I get like a few more videos in, then I'll start networking, start reaching out to people like, hey, you got a huge following. Can you help me out?
Yeah. And that's been my problem. There was a long period there where I just wasn't able to make any content because of my home life situation. You know, just wasn't any quiet space to make videos. Really. But yeah, I don't know. As far as Twitter goes, you know, I don't know why anybody wants to follow me anyway. I'm just a dumb old redneck. What do you want to? What do you care what I say?
Because we like you. Like I said, you know, your Papa Bloodwing, man. We love.
That's right.
Yeah.
On my Twitter, you're much more likely to hear some dad joke or me messing with Sophie or Monkey or even Bear here, you know, because if I like you, I make fun of you. That's just the way it is. And as you are some kind of socio-political commentary.
Yeah, a lot of people still ask me, like, Pat, how can you put up with Sophie knowing that y'all don't agree? Yeah, me and Sophie don't agree, you know, all the time politically and things like that. You know, yeah, we have a 99.9% disagreement, but it's like when it comes to anything outside of politics, man, we're cool like the other side of the pillow. That's what we do. That's what we do right there, you know. We've gained that acceptance. It's like, you know, he'll see something I don't like and he'll just ask me a question and I'll answer and he'll be like, all right, that's cool right there. And every once in a while, you know, we'll bump heads and things like that, and I'll have to, you know, like headbutt him so hard it knocks his glasses off. But hey, that's how we go. That's how we roll. That's why I said one of these days, if I'm ever visiting him and Pat and stuff like that, I could just imagine what the drinking night is going to be like right there.
JKid, who, for those of you that I don't know that anybody don't know, but in case you didn't know, is my real life son. This is I don't know why I follow you either. Yeah, that's my boy. That's the way my family is.
Sophie and I got into it. Tuesday. Because that's the one where I didn't turn up. Was it Tuesday where I didn't turn up to Redneck Radio? Or was it Thursday?
No, it was Thursday.
Oh, okay.
That was Thursday.
We got into it over the concepts of the anti-SJW community. We really shouldn't have even bothered, really, because we just got into this really pedantic argument over the definitions of anti-SJW and the term community. But it was fun. And then, you know, I was like, well, you know, I don't think that we'll agree here. So let's agree to disagree. Still love you, Sophie. Still think you're a good guy and all that jazz. And
here's how I am with him. Does he make my eyes roll so hard that they almost get stuck in the back of my head sometimes? Yeah. Yes. and he's going to get stuck with an emergency room bill one of these times when they do get stuck because he made them wrong. But I just see him as that, you know, everybody's got that cousin that just ain't quite right, but you just can't help but love them. And that's the way I feel about Sophie.
I'm not sure if he'd appreciate that description.
Oh, I told him that. I told him Twitter. I said, I see Sophie as that cousin that we know just ain't quite right, but bless his little heart. You know, and he just laughed.
Like, sometimes you put up with him, and sometimes he's like, God damn it, Fane.
Oh yeah, I'm as straight up with him as I am with anybody else. I told him that's how I felt.
Yeah, JKid is correct. You know, disagreeing with people and still getting along with them is a thing of the past nowadays. Absolutely. I mean, it's very rare. Like when I got into that fight with Sophie, a lady, I forget her name, Suzia, I think it is. She came in. We drew swords. We pulled up our shields. We attacked each other.
The shield maiden.
Yeah, she was a shield maiden. You know, I went in there, threw a spear at her, pulled out my short sword, tried to bash her skull in with it. But no, we came to a kind of agreement in the end, really. So it's all good in the hood. But she was throwing shit at Jeff Holiday, and like the only reason why I tagged Jeff Holiday in was to bring up how angry Jeff used to get back in the day over the term community. Because he used to get mad. And she was like, oh, fuck Jeff. And then Jeff came in and then he was calling her names. And the thing is that they still had each other blocked. And I was like, I'm not being piggy in the middle. You pair of fucks.
JKid.
Also, fuck you, JKid.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Bear, a spear chucker confirmed. That's my boy.
Oh, and thank you for watching my latest video, JKid. I appreciate it, man. Leaving a comment on it as well. I appreciate that, sir.
RJ Bansman, I don't know that JKid knows who Jeff Holiday is. To explain to you guys, he comes on here and talks to me, and he knows who Bear is, of course, and I'm pretty sure he knows who Pat is. But he never got involved in this genre as I did. He just wouldn't know. He just comes on here and pretty much just to give me and Bear a hard time, I think.
Yeah, I think he does. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, Maddie's in the chat. Hello, Maddie. Yeah, it used to be a joke. You would say community. He would show up in a live stream. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly, JKid. We're brothers. And he knows of Pat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've got my little...
Pat's usually busy, you know. Pat's usually working during this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got to do something, you know. I haven't been able to make YouTube, you know, pop like the, you know, the elites and nothing like that. But it's like, hey. Plus, I got kids I got to take care of, you know. Like, yeah, well, 1 down and 2 to go, you know. The oldest one just graduated, and I'm saying so proud of her. Now I'm just waiting for the other 2, but I got 4 more years when it comes to that. Until then, you know, hey, you know, daddy got to work, and I love doing this. This is my favorite hobby, and now it's like, you know, when dodging political and social commentary, I've been basically delving into my dark side a whole lot, and that's been kind of fun.
Yeah, I haven't been able to watch, because you know how much I love Psycho Rick, but I haven't been able to watch any of late because I've just been busy with other things. But I'm going to. I'm gonna go catch up on those because I do love a good creepypasta.
It's like I'm starting to drop those down a little bit. Like basically, it's been like a couple of videos, basically talk about tragic deaths of like popular celebrities and other people who I've been basically bringing up. I got so many scripts I done wrote down. Like right now, I got like 13 right now. I was able to record 3 of them today, you know, until I got back on Twitter and got distracted right there. But I got a whole lot to do, and it's like it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, well, and after the last stream, usually we usually don't talk too long after this stream because usually the old man here is really hungry by that point. So I'm like,
well, he needs another whiz. Like he has at least 3 when it comes to these streams.
I'm like, I love y'all. I'd love to sit here and talk to you, but I gotta go. But we, Misa and Maddie and I did stick around, talk for a little bit last stream afterwards, and I was talking to them. I've got a lot of ideas. I'd like to expand this channel. It's not that I want to give up on the content that I do, because I won't. I'll still do this kind of thing, you know, still have the anti-stupid stuff, but I'd like to be able to expand it to more things. Bear and I have kicked an idea back and forth for a few months now about, you know, music reactions, him reacting and me educating him on classical rock, you know, that kind of thing.
I know how to title and tag it already.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, Brown Brit listens to redneck music.
You know, and
alternatively, we could do it the opposite way around. Old redneck listens to London grime music for the first time.
Well, we could.
It'd just be you going, "What the heck is this?"
You know, I'd like to do that. I'm still working on the script for the dramatic series that I have in mind. I've been working on for probably 6 months now. And trying to perfect the script, because I'm not going to put out until I feel that it's perfect, that it's right. You know, I've even had ideas of, and I've talked to Bear about this, about putting out a video or 2 about redneck life hacks, you know?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, Harry Black masking tape. This fixes everything.
Life hacks now. I've probably seen a couple. Living down here, oh man, you'd be surprised. Ah, I know that.
Yep. Yep. I bet you do, Fat. I bet you do. But the point is, I'd like to expand and do a little bit. I hope that would be taken here on this channel. I really don't feel like making another channel for it. You know what I mean? But we'll
I know
see.
that was the thing right there. It's like with my Yo Boy Pat channel, everybody just comes there basically, to hear my political and social, opinions and things like that. When I tried to, intertwine like the rest of my stuff right there, it really didn't take. That's the reason why I'm kind of separated all that right there, especially with my Psycho Rick thing, because it's something I really wanted to do. And I know, like I said, trying to put it on that channel right there, people aren't going to be like, I don't want to see that right there. I want to hear about what you got to say about these punk ass titty bitty snowflakes.
Hey, baby, Mama Minnie's in the chat now.
Ah, so my siblings are here.
Yeah.
It's good to see.
It's like I couldn't resist but talking about the whole Sophie Turner thing right there, because I'm like, oh my God, really? Lady, you're such a hypocrite. Because with the whole with abortion being a whole entire thing now, and now these companies talking about and like these celebrities calling for the boycotts of these places like Alabama and Georgia and Louisiana and everything who got all these abortion laws and all that right there. We're not gonna work in these states right here until they get rid of their abortion laws and all that right there. And people started calling out about all the times that they worked in these places and these places right here, like Sophie Turner in Game of Thrones not too long ago, who most of their film locations were in Northern Ireland, and abortion is illegal there.
Yeah.
And it's like what, Northern Ireland, it was Croatia, and it was Spain. Those three right there, where it's like it's illegal in Northern Ireland. I think like majorly illegal right there. I think in Spain it's like.
And I believe it was the Republic and the Northern Ireland who recently legalized it all.
Yeah, and I think like in Spain it's to like it's illegal after your first trimester, and I think in Croatia it's like illegal after 10 weeks, like so they have like a heartbeat bill or something like that, but instead of like this one right here where it's like up to 6 to 7 weeks, it's up to 10 weeks, and after that right there an abortion is illegal. But she ain't had no problem filming Game of Thrones and nothing like that. And like I think in the interview that I used in my video, that the interviewer actually asked that right there, and of course she made some old half-dead excuse and things like that. That's the reason why we're wrapping up. No, you're wrapping up because you came to your series finale. Now, had you not come to your series finale and things like that, your sorry ass would be still filming in all these three places right here, but yet trying to virtue signal, talking about we're not going to work in these abortion states because they're against women's rights and all that yada yada. I'm like, you fucking hypocrites, celebrities, all of them. I can't stand them.
I feel you, and thank you, Kyler. Have a good day at work, and thanks for stopping by, buddy.
See you later, Kyler.
I stopped listening to celebrities around the mid 80s and things like that, when they was telling us, like say no to drugs and don't drink and drive and things like that. And next thing you know, you're seeing them on the news and things like that with drug possessions and driving while intoxicated and things like that. And I'm like, hold on, wasn't you just on a commercial not too long ago saying don't drink and drive, and here your ass is right now getting arrested for it? Like, yeah. I don't know, you lying ass celebs, I don't believe none of them.
Well, and a lot of it, I don't care. If you're a good actor and I enjoy your movies, I don't need to know what your politics is. I don't watch your movies to know what your politics is to get your message. Same thing with the sports. Look. I watch sports because I enjoy it. I don't watch it to get your politics.
That's what I'm saying. That's the reason why we watch them, or we'll watch the movies or we watch the sports to get away from the politics. And here they are trying to intertwine it.
Yeah.
Like, sports was my getaway from it, and now, oh my God.
Oh, I know.
But some of them are starting to go back to the old ways because they're tired of losing money.
Yeah, that and NFL in particular. I know last season, I noticed, except for certain games like Thanksgiving and maybe some of the weekend games, they weren't even showing the national anthem. So you couldn't tell if anybody kneeled or not. So they were just cutting that right out. Quit. In other words, they quit giving them the audience for it.
Mm-hmm.
You so
Like every once in a while, you'll hear something every now and then, and it's usually like a boneheaded celebrity that they just can't resist talking about. Oh, such and such didn't stand for the national anthem, or such and such took a knee and all that right there. And I'm just like, yeah, some washed up celeb dying for attention that I don't want to know about them.
yep, exactly. Just play ball.
Yes.
Just play ball. That's all I hear about.
And play some good ball. That's what I've been enjoying right now, especially like with the NBA finals. They've been actually great, man, so far, man.
I used to watch the NBA faithfully, and we do have an NBA a team here in my town, the Pacers.
Mm-hmm.
But when their games started ending up more on the cable channels than the local TV channels, I kind of lost track of it and just never got back into it. Now back during the Reggie Miller days, you couldn't get me to miss a Pacer game, but that's been a while ago now.
When it was the NBA on NBC, now it's on. Now it's everywhere else, but
and we're probably losing Bear, the non-American.
It's fine. It's fine. Misa and I took over several times with anime discussion. So
with your anime,
I forgot what Bear knows sports over there and things like that. I'm saying they're all cricket. What the hell is cricket, Bear?
Well, first and foremost, I don't
asked
like
that
cricket.
question on Twitter one time and things like that. I'm like, what the fuck is a cricket?
Well, I don't like cricket for a start. I'm not an Indian man. They're very big fans of it. Cricket is a sport, allegedly. Basically, the idea is that you obviously have two teams. One's batting, one's bowling and catching.
Bowling?
Yes, sir, bowling. Well, that's what we call it. What you would call a pitcher, we call a bowler. So basically, like the batter stood in front of what's called a wicket, which has two little pieces of wood on top of it that the bowler is trying to knock off. If he can throw the ball and get it past the batter to knock those off, they'll knock the player out. Obviously, the batter needs to be able to hit the ball, and without it being caught by one of the catchers, or I don't know what you'd call them in baseball, fielders or something like that. I don't know.
Outfielders.
Yeah, something like that. And it's whoever scores the certain amount of points after a few games. Yeah, it is very boring.
Yeah, I've heard that games could take all day.
Yeah, they can. Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
So it's basically like a uppity version of baseball.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we have baseball here in the UK. We don't take it seriously. We don't recognize it as a real sport. Kids play it at school. We call it rounders.
Sounds boring. I mean,
but cricket is fun to play. It's one of those sports where it's fun to play, but you don't want to watch it.
Well, yeah, and no offense to the baseball fans in the chat or anything. I love to play baseball. There was a time I was actually pretty decent. It's actually the only sport I lettered in school. I was a halfway decent second baseman. But it's boring as heck for me to watch.
Oh, yeah. Watching it, I'm like, oh, man.
But I love to play. But
I've actually been to a baseball game in Minnesota, and I'm just like, what?
You turn me on a baseball game, and I'll be asleep by the time of the second inning. I mean, I'll just be,
Yeah, I don't like watching cricket at all. It's boring. It's fun to play with your mates and stuff, but. I just don't watch it.
So it's best if you're playing instead of watching.
Yeah, there's a few sports that it's like golf, really. You don't want to watch golf. Nobody wants to watch golf.
No,
but you'd much rather be playing it,
JKid says he watches golf, and I do believe that. I'm pretty sure he does.
Oh yeah, on Xbox, man, I get on that and just be knocking them. I'll play it all day, every day. But yeah, watching on TV, I'm just like, man, hit the damn ball already.
Now, one of my
Practice.
guilty pleasures used to be watching professional bowling. I used to watch the heck out of that. You know?
There's even one more. I think it'd probably be even more boring than bowling, and of course that's bowls. Do you know what bowls is?
No.
No, I ain't gonna tell you either. It's an old bastard game, is what it is. It's what old people play when they're in their the twilight of their lives.
I don't watch near as much sports as I did when I was younger. I mean, there was a time I watched just about everything except for baseball. You know, I watched pro basketball. I watched college basketball as long as IU was playing. I watched college football, American football.
Yeah, Duck Dog in the chat said he liked watching volleyball. I wonder why.
Watched and on Friday nights I would actually go down to my high school and watch the high school football games.
Really, JKid?
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna sit there and tell me that you watch golf and call soccer boring?
I can actually watch soccer, man. For some reason, I can actually sit there and watch a whole entire game.
Well, yeah, because it's only 90 minutes and like it's entertaining a lot of the time. Especially if you get some of the lower league teams, man, because they get rough. Unlike the Premier League teams who are, Nancy's who just like, tripped over. Oh no! I mean, most of the time they're trying to cheat and they're trying to get like a free kick or whatever. But
just like pro basketball, college basketball went over to cable as well, and I'm like, I can't watch the game. This sucks.
Oh yeah, college ball is the best, man, because they play. They actually playing for something, man. Basketball and football, all them games, no matter if it's like a lower team and things like that, they playing to their heart's content. So it's gonna stay exciting right to the very end.
But pretty much anymore, the only thing I watch is professional football. I will catch a college football game if Notre Dame is playing. Which that's my favorite
for me.
You know, Pat, yeah, you would do very well at rugby.
Rugby.
You're a big
I've actually seen that right there. You know, yeah, you gotta be a rough and tough person right there to play some rugby because
insane.
They wear no pads right there. Like, oh, you want to run and try to hit me? Oh, I got you then.
No, the only thing they wear is a mouth guard. That's it.
Yeah, Mama Minnie is one of my 3 kids that does not watch sports. That's JKid and my youngest daughter, but not Mama Minnie. No, she just doesn't care for it.
That's fair enough. I'm not really a sports guy anyway. If it's on the TV, I'll watch it. But that's pretty. And
I keep telling Bear one of these days I'm going to explain the NFL to him, American football.
Eventually.
Yes. Then you can explain the LFL.
You mean the Lingerie Football League?
Yeah, now they call it Legends.
I used to have an app where I could watch it on my phone quite some time ago.
Yeah.
I don't know the rules. I don't think I need to know the rules.
I don't think I need to know.
I don't think anybody that watches that cares about the rules or even cares who wins.
Yeah, exactly. It's not important.
Nico, I have watched hockey. I'm not a big fan, mainly because I don't understand it. And I've had people try to explain the rules to me. It's just like, it just doesn't make sense to me. To me, hockey is just a big street fight on the ice.
Yeah.
Is that not a good enough reason to watch it?
Canadians mostly like hockey, man. Like I said, yeah, black people don't get into it because, well, we can't fucking skate.
Pat on here feeding those stereotypes.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Hey, if we could skate on ice and things like that, I'm pretty sure there'd be a whole lot of them out there.
The only time I ever got into hockey was years ago. I was back in the 80s, where the U.S. Olympic hockey team beat the Russians.
Oh yeah, that was a memorable game,
and that was a big deal. And that was the only time I've really got into a hockey game.
And I was a little tight then.
Well, we all know I'm old. I was married and already with kids by the time that happened. But all right, folks, it is that time. So if you guessed, well, almost an hour, you were right.
You made it almost an hour.
I'm pretty proud that that Thursday, I didn't have to go at all. That was amazing. But yeah, I'll be right back, guys.
Alrighty. So, Pat, man, what's been going on with you? What's been happening, dude? What have you been up to?
Besides, like I said, besides work, I've been working on my Psycho Rick channel, trying to get all that content all out there as best as I can, to kind of balance out my sanity and things like that, to get me, kind of away from the political and social views from the world every now and then. So I figure, when I do that right there, I kind of, shift back over to the sane side. Otherwise, I go.
Yeah, I feel you there,
man?
dude. Wanted to get away from the political, social commentary stuff. That's pretty much why Irate Alex exists anyway. So I completely feel you there.
What it doesn't do, anime does. I've been watching, a whole bunch of it lately. I think I just got to watch the Rich Hunter Robin not too long ago.
I have been doing the same thing, just binging anime after anime after anime. Currently working my way through Blue Exorcist at the moment. Haven't long finished Seraph of the End. Obviously, I'm watching episodes as they come out. Things like Shield Hero, the new Attack on Titan season.
Yeah.
I know it's a bit gay, but the Isekai Quartet as well. Quartet is amusing, I guess, and a lot of fun. They're very short episodes, like 12 minutes long.
I know. I told Viper, so as soon as I start live streaming, I'm gonna have like an anime. I'm gonna have like an anime day one day, and she's gonna have to help me co-star.
Satsu and I did a anime stream not that long ago, actually.
Yeah, I remember. Like I'm saying, I think I was working when that happened right there. I'm like, where was I when this was going down? I really could have enjoyed that.
Yeah. Obviously, like he finally watched Overlord, which I'd managed to convince all of his subscribers to keep pestering him until he watched it, which he did watch it, and we discussed that. That was really, really good. Obviously, like he's been like an otaku like way longer than like me actually even starting to watch anime in the first place. So, but we spoke about things like a Tokyo Ghoul and the rest of them, as it were, and I got to add a lot of recommendations to my anime list watch list.
Oh
yeah. I use the website My Anime List to keep up to date with what I'm watching.
Yeah, because I got a whole bunch of them, like I said, pass and up, like everybody's even been talking about, like, oh, you got to watch this that's coming out on Netflix and things like that, Castlevania, of course, I had to watch that right there. And then it was like the Dragon Prince. Viper told me I had to watch that right there. And I'm like, I really got into that. I can't wait until season 3 comes out, because the first 2 seasons, I'm like, oh man, this is good. They really got to come right now because they're really getting into it. Yeah. Like I said, it was good. Like I said, it had like today's modern twist on it and things like that. And if you really looked into it and things like that, you'll see a couple of like what's considered SJW moments and shit like that. But I'm just like, compared with everything else that was going on, like you can just pretty much brush it off and still, still enjoy the thing.
Yeah. Though I completely feel you there. I mean, there are some examples that you can find if you look for them on the YouTube in particular, where there is blatant insertion of SJW rhetoric into anime.
Yeah.
There was one, I think it was someone from this chat actually recommended that I go take a look at this video. It's very, very old anime where they finally dubbed it and they inserted Gamergate into it. And I was like, oh, the fuck.
Yes, I remember that right there. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And when you go look at the like Japanese version stuff like that, it ain't even saying nothing even near to what the where the hell they get Gamergate from with this?
And of course, Crunchyroll, they're pretty much trying to fund their own Western anime at the moment. And of course, it must be about 8-9 months old in terms of news now. They're like, we're creating our own anime, and we're not going to tell you what the anime is about, but we are going to tell you that half of the crew making it is female, and 100% of the voice actors are female because diversity.
Prison School, yes, that's what it was.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Prison School. Of course, Crunchyroll's trying to create their own one. Like they didn't even say like I searched for the trailer, and they're like, "Oh, here's the trailer." I was like, "Okay, let's have a look. Then let's have a look at the animation. Let's have a look at the story. What can I look forward to?" No, it was more like a miniature documentary telling me, half the crew's women, and all the voice actors are females, and we've all got blue and pink hair, and all got septum piercings. Well, it didn't tell me anything about the anime, did it?
I don't know what happened while I was away, but somebody mentioned the Packers and the Patriots to JKid because, like, he explained he's a Lions fan first and a Colts fan second. So those are his two most hated teams.
I'm a Cowboys, and oh man, when it comes to the Cowboys and the Packers, oh my God, I got a couple of coworkers down here. Oh, we be going at it like
Well, I'm a hometown Colts fan. My second favorite is the New York Giants. Actually been a Giants fan longer than I was Colts fan because when I became a Giants fan, we didn't have a team here in Indianapolis. They hadn't come from Baltimore yet.
My thing is, like, if the Cowboys don't make it, I just want to see good football after that. Same thing with the Spurs and the NBA.
Yeah. And boy, all this football talk, I've been feeling like I miss football. I want football to start.
It's coming back in a couple months.
Yeah, a couple months to go. Yeah, we're getting ready to get into training camp.
Can I moan about something for a moment?
As long as it's not about anime.
No, it kind of relates to it, but like you can get in on it as well because it involves Netflix.
Okay.
It's not so much anime as such. It's that right? You know there are such things as smart TVs. Right, okay, well, I have like a new one that's in my bedroom. That's how I'm able to watch so much anime in bed these days, right? And it's a Luxor. Now, I don't know like what brand that is. I've never heard of it before, but it was cheap, right? And I went onto the app store of that particular brand of TV, and all the apps, never heard of any of them except for like Al Jazeera. That's it. I was like, the fuck is this? Like, it's most of it was like apps powered by Daily Motion. I was like, really?
Oh,
nobody watches Daily Motion. The only thing I can get is the YouTube app, right, which doesn't run particularly well, and Netflix, and that's it. And I want access to Hulu, and that's just really gay. I just wanted to put that out there.
I've never heard of that brand either. You know, most not well-known brands like that are actually made by bigger brands. It's just
that's what I'm saying. Like, surely it comes from somewhere else. I'm going to Google it. Luxor TV. Who's it owned by? Does it come? I bet it comes from Sony.
It sounds like something Sony.
No, it's Nokia.
The phone thing.
Yeah. Luxor was a Swedish home electronics and computer manufacturer located in Motala, established in 1923 and acquired by Nokia, if you're American, in 1985. The brand name is now owned by a filthy Turkish company called Vestel, and that explains why there's a bunch of Arab apps available and nothing else.
When you said Al Jazeera, I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah. And is used for television sold in the Swedish market. That's what I get, right, for just looking at the price of a product and not actually looking into it.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
That's really gay.
You got an Arab TV.
B Junkie, you're so funny. When are the Colts sending Luck to Denver?
Ooh.
Hopefully never. Hopefully never.
There's got to be like a Fire Stick or something that I can put into the TV. Like a special like stick or whatever that gives me access to this.
Oh, Matt is saying Nokia.
Nokia.
Well, maybe if you gave it a quick, swift Nokia upside its head, maybe it'll take some different apps or something. I don't know.
I swear to God, Bloodwing. You're going the right way to have your hip broken, old man.
Wouldn't take much, I'm afraid.
All I've got to do is throw a Nokia at you. I mean, do you remember those phones? The 32 and 3310. Oh my god, you could kill someone with that. Who needs a mass shooting when you could just go around throwing Nokia 3210s at people?
Hey man, I go back to the 80s, get one of them brick phones.
Shoot, I go back even further than that. Anybody seen a rotary phone? That's like could cave your head in.
Oh, those, yes. Ew. Like I said, this is the one I'm saying. This is the one that's not on the wall, or or the one that's used in the corner on the coffee table.
Either one would cave your head in. They got magnets in them, the size of speaker magnets. And they generate enough electricity that will give you a shock.
Like I said, kids these days will never understand.
Nope.
Funnily enough, Jolly Rogers Bilgewater, yes, I do have a license. Because I do, pay the TV license because somebody likes to watch BBC bloody programs. Me.
Maddie asks, hey, would you have me on your football streams? If the football streams come back, I certainly would. And I would love to bring the football streams back, but that's dependent, no pressure, on my son, JKid, because it just, I started it as a reason to hang out and do something with him, and it just doesn't feel right not to. So
go sports.
So, yeah, I got no problem with that, Maddie.
Like, guys, help me out here because I'm a bit of a boomer when it comes to technology, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is there a way for me to watch, like, Hulu on my TV in the bedroom? Because I'm betting I can download it for the one in the living room because it's a different brand. But the other one, the Luxor, like, there's got to be a way for me to somehow, like, stream it to the TV or something, you know?
I don't know.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't have a smart TV. You know, I got my Xbox One right here. That's how I get my.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a bad idea, actually. I do have a PlayStation 4 downstairs. I can bring it upstairs.
Yeah, like hook it up from your console.
Yeah, my Xbox, or I take a HDMI cord and hook my laptop to it. You know, if I.
Yep, that works too.
That's a good shout. That's a very, very good shout. I could just tea leaf my PlayStation 4 that I gave to my stepson, but like, nah, yeah, not anymore. Mine. I need this. I need this for Hulu.
Yeah, it works. You know,
that's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all.
In fact, when I show movies to the grandkids, sometimes that's what I'll do. I'll just take an HDMI cord.
Oh no, I know what Kodi is. I've had it before. It's a piece of software. Can't get it on the TV. I don't know how I would get it on the TV. Daddy has to watch his cartoons. Absolutely, JKid. Exactly.
I know Xbox messed around. They put the internet on my thing right here. Like, oh, I can access the internet from my Xbox now. Oh, y'all I'm fucked up now.
Or I might just buy a different console. I get a cheap like 360 or something, rather than triggering the little ginger shit. Can you get Hulu on Xbox 360?
Yes.
Yeah, on a 360, I know you can because I did mine. Yeah.
Okay. Plus, I wanted an excuse to buy a 360 just because I wanted to play the old Fable games.
Yeah, pretty much.
You can do that on Xbox One too.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't want to spend a lot of money here. Like I've spent enough in the past.
Yeah. What if I say because they're starting to be like what they call it backwards compatible when it comes to some with some 360 games. Not all of them, but many of them.
Yeah,
because I know 360 is kind of getting played out.
It's I mean, almost probably all of your major streaming services, and a lot of them that aren't major, like Crackle or something like that, you can get on 360, and I would assume Xbox One as well.
Yeah, that's how I used to get ESPN a whole lot.
A Fire Stick would be cheaper. Oh, Chromecast, dude. Let me have a look at this. Chromecast. Oh, okay.
Are you able to get good anime from Fire Stick? I have not.
There's a lot of these different Chromecast thingies. Do they have it on Amazon? I do prefer Amazon. It's my preferred method of shopping online. I don't want to buy it from Curry's or the Google store, though. Do they have it on Amazon?
No, I have what on Amazon?
It depends. It has it on the British version of Amazon.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh, we haven't got any Fire Sticks. My shock. I'll have a look at that after. I'll have a look at it after.
You have to order internationally.
JKid said what I was sitting here biting my tongue trying not to say. Good anime. Laugh out loud. Good one, Pat.
I appreciate the offer, Perfectly Fair Delusions, but I don't have my PO box anymore, and I'm not giving out my personal address. It's not I'm having a go at you or anything. It's just I don't like, only a couple of YouTubers know my home address because they've been here. Maddie
and the rest of the chat, I'm afraid JKid feels about anime the same way I do.
It's because my brother has terrible taste and prefers to watch golf.
Mama Minnie, on the other hand, she's all about it. But
yeah.
There you go. See,
my daughter's in anime. She just hates it when I go way back into my childhood on it. Like, Dad, what's this? I'm like, child, this is what I grew up on.
Well, they had it when I was a little kid. Speed Racer and Racer X were both, but we called it Japanimation.
See, my daughter, like I said, she's new school and things like that. So she saw that new Thundercats thing and she likes it. And I'm just like, child, it came from this right here.
No, don't get on that. That is JKid's all-time favorite cartoon of all time. He has every episode on DVD. Thundercats. That's
what, the old school, the old or the new version?
The old school.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about right there, boy. Shoot.
I should be able to stream things from my phone to the TV.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't have a smart TV, so I have zero clue on how they work.
There isn't a Hulu app on the Play Store.
Why not?
There's screen mirroring for Hulu. There's the Hulu Live TV Guide. Dingo.
How the hell does PlayStation not have?
No. I'm looking at the Play Store, mate.
Son, you don't even want to look into. No, just do yourself a favor.
Box to see if I can get that instead.
Just do yourself a favor. Do not look into the new Thundercats, boy.
Ooh, don't do it. Don't do it.
He said he wasn't aware that there was a new version. Don't.
For the love of God, don't. You will. It will just make you angry.
It looks like a mix between. It looks like they turned them into all Powerpuff Girls. That's what it looks like.
Because I remember he watched the first episode, and I'm just like, nope, never again. I don't know why I tortured myself to doing this. It was like when somebody tried to get me to watch Hero. Oh, hell no.
Oh, so what else has been going on then?
Oh, I don't know. I've seen, not that I want to spend a lot of time on this at all, because I don't. But I've seen Honey Badger Radio was still at it.
Oh yeah, gosh. I saw them in SDA going at it.
I'm like, gee, just let it go.
Let it go. Let it go.
You know, take the L and learn from it and go.
Exactly, but they're trying to milk it for everything that it's worth. It's like, And from what I heard, it's like SDA had offered to like debate them publicly and things like that, and they refused, and so SDA like, well, fuck it.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, that's still happening. What else? Like I
Like I
say, I
said,
haven't been on Twitter at all. Well, barely at all. I was on a little bit this morning, and I was on a little bit yesterday morning. Other than that, I've been on a listening to music kick.
yeah, it's like I basically been concentrating on that, but most of I've been seeing is is basically about the old the whole Virginia Beach thing, and then of course this being Pride Month and all that right there. So you had a lot of people, they're all of a sudden everybody's like waving rainbow flags and things like that, and the hashtag Pride Month and all that right there. And I'm just like, like yeah, like me. I'm not more of a holiday person myself, so like if it's something this and that and everything, I'm like, all right, have y'all fun and things like that. I'm not gonna just get majorly excited, but yeah, it's Pride Month, and everybody's coming out.
Yeah, yeah. Well, like I said at the top of the stream, I'm just not a fan of that. Oh, let's have a special month for this stuff.
Yeah.
Just not a fan of it whatsoever. Why does it matter to me what your sexual orientation is?
Like I said, as long as you're human and as long as you're not an asshole and things like that, we'll get along just fine. I don't care, I don't care if you're hetero, homo, trans, or whatever and things like that. I care about you, not being like a snowflake asshole, like because we're all gonna be douchebags from time to time, but those I'm like, yeesh.
Yeah, I'm certainly not going to walk up to you and say, "Hi, I'm Bloodwing and I'm straight."
Mm.
Come on.
Hi, I'm Bloodwing, and I like me some good old-fashioned vagina.
Right.
Oh dear. Yeah, I don't really see the point. It's just corporate shit now.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it is, and so many of the and holidays even, are. I mean, for Pete's sake, Valentine's Day was started by a greeting card company. For pity's sake, to sell greeting cards. So,
Yep. They go Ebony Williams with the whole, I'm saying, with the $1 million question right there, wings or ribs. It's like, if I had to choose, I'm saying, well, it would be ribs because, like I said, I could tear me up a rack of ribs as all day, every day.
Yeah, I usually answer that one ribs, just mainly because, and I love them both. It's just that there's more meat on a rib than there is a chicken wing.
Unless they're bone in and things like that, then you got all the meat. I love having that argument with Monkey.
I mean, I love chicken wings, but good grief, I have to eat them for 2 hours straight to feel full. I get tired.
There's no meat on the bone and things like that. I'm like, well, there's more meat than that big overpriced chicken nugget you got right there.
Roasted opinion says, "How about ribs with a side of wings, Pat?"
Oh, all the more better.
Yeah.
Put a pineapple piece up in there, then oh man, that's my cheat day. Oh, that's why I really lose a lot of people right there, especially Faye.
what else has begun in the news then? Like, do we have any news to go through today?
Nico Filipponi just gave me a link in the chat there. Let me
have agenda.
Yeah.
Well, and of course the chat jumps just as I'm getting ready to open it. There we go.
I have to run a test on the Crunchyroll app.
While we're searching through there,
Trump's approval rating hits highest point in 2 years.
Oh.
President Trump's job approval rating is the highest it's been in 2 years, boosted by voter optimism about the economy, according to the latest Harvard Caps/Harris poll survey. The survey found that 48% approve of the job Trump is doing, compared to 52% who said they disapprove. That's up from 45% approval in March. Hold on a second, gotta get rid of an ad here. The last time the president's job approval reached 48% in the Harvard Caps/Harris poll survey was in June of 2017. Trump appears to be getting a lift from the economy, with a record 62% approving of his approach to employment, 59% approving of his handling of the economy. While only 39% of voters said the country is on the right track, 51% said the economy is heading in the right direction. 71% of voters said the economy is very strong or somewhat strong. And then, yeah, it just goes on with a lot more numbers and so forth. But yeah, basically the gist of the article is that seems that he has a pretty good approval rating right now. That's not bad.
Good. I saw that the president of the United States of America is he seems to be well, not officially yet, but he seems to be backing Boris Johnson for the Conservative Party leadership race. Yeah. Obviously he's not come out and said, I'm endorsing Boris Johnson, but he has come out and said that he likes Boris and that he thinks he's talented and very intelligent and thinks would do very good things as the prime minister. Which is going to cause just a great spurgeoning.
Yeah. Straight Sith Mail says, yeah, I really do not see any impeachment happening. Look, I don't, but for different reasons than that. If it was going to happen, it would have happened. They'd quit threatening it and just do it. I mean, in my lifetime, I've seen, I lived through Nixon. I lived through Clinton, who was impeached. There was a whole lot less threatening to do it, and they just got down to it and did it, So, yeah. I don't
a couple of things there. The chat B Junkie says Farage needs to be PM. Never going to happen. He has to be elected as a member of parliament along with the rest of his party. They need to get a majority at least, or a partial majority. That's the only way he'll ever become prime minister, which is never going to happen. And there's a mention of Jacob Rees-Mogg there. Well, he's not going to run. He doesn't have the experience to be taken seriously as a candidate for leadership.
Yeah, Roasted Opinion says the threat of impeachment is more effective than impeachment. I don't know. I think that it's actually working in Trump's favor, honestly. Because there's a lot of people out there that like me, like either if you're going to impeach him, shut up, get it over with, or just drop it.
I'm saying it's like they keep talking about, oh, we can impeach him, and I'm saying, but you ain't got nothing to impeach him over.
What are you going to impeach him on? What?
He hurt my feelings.
That's not an impeachable offense, I'm afraid.
But they wish. Oh, this is a wild story right here. It says, wild video shows lightning strike a tree during the second round of U.S. Women's Open. Like, yikes. The second round of the 2019 U.S. Women's Open golf tournament was in a weather delay on Friday when lightning struck a tree between 18th and 11th holes at the Country Club of Charleston, South Carolina. No one was injured, according to the United States Golf Association, but you can see just how powerful this storm was in a pretty scary video that shows the lightning hitting the tree below. It's showing it. Oh, goddamn.
Yeah, that's just what I want to do in a lightning storm, is hold a club that's made out of a big metal stick. Yeah.
I'm glad it was a tree and not one of them. Like, yikes. I'm like, usually I'm saying usually when they seeing clouds like that, they don't really be playing in that type of weather. I guess they tried to try their luck. Oh yeah. Go
They
on. You're gonna be seeing more than 4.
they may have thought that the storm was far enough away, but you know, storms fascinate me. I've mentioned it before and talked about it before. They just absolutely fascinate me, and you can read story after story of lightning traveling miles from the actual storm to strike.
Mm.
So you don't
And
have to
lightning
be.
is beautiful, but not that beautiful.
No, it hurts.
Oh, I can imagine. Like, yeah. The many stories I done heard about people surviving and being struck by lightning, and then they showing them and things like that, and it's like, oh,
Yeah, I remember hearing a story about a guy who got hit by a bolt of lightning several times throughout his life and didn't die. Well,
Yeah.
he eventually killed him because the last one that hit him killed him, but he
oh.
got hit like several times throughout his life.
Yeah,
What was he, a human lightning rod?
Yeah, the human lightning rod.
Electricity electricity's no joke. I mean, he wasn't struck by lightning, but I have an uncle who's passed away now, but he used to be a truck driver. He was very fit. Actually was a black belt in karate. You know, he taught karate on the side and so forth. But he had one. You've seen those. It was a full size semi trailer, but it was a dump bed. You know, you probably, I'm sure everybody knows what I'm talking about. He was raising the dump bed and didn't realize he was under a set of power lines. And when it touched them power lines, it left the hole where he was standing, as well as his shoes. It didn't kill him, not right away, but it did cripple him, and slowly. According to the doctors, the electricity somehow just stayed in his system and kept ruining his nerves. So it was a very slow process.
Yeah, Barrett, the guy was Roy Sullivan. Like, man, he got struck by lightning 7 times. He actually in the Guinness Book of World Records. And I'm pretty sure he's gonna stay there because the whole thing, nobody's gonna try to break that. Like,
he killed himself?
No. Like I said, he's in the Guinness Book of World Records for getting struck 7 times.
No, I'm sure Roasted Opinion said he committed suicide. 7 times he survived all of them, and he committed. What? Fuck! I've had enough of this planet.
Oh, dang, that's messed up. You get struck by suicide by self-inflicted gunshot wound. Like, man, really? You get struck by lightning 7 times, and you.
Mother Nature's bullying me. I've had enough of this
Leave
shit.
me alone.
Dang.
Wow.
Yikes.
Wow, man, that's crazy.
Do you think he had very many friends? I wouldn't want to be standing next to him.
I don't think if he did, it's like I'm saying, when it rained, I'm like, yeah, I got to get away from Roy.
I'm stepping away from over here.
Damn, man. You charge up your phone just by touching it. Right.
Oh, damn.
Oh, dear. That's crazy. Lightning never strikes twice on the same person. We did it with him.
Yeah.
The same
with
place,
him sometimes.
but, obviously, it's a different term there. But Jesus Christ, man, 7 times.
Well, JKid's got a point. He's just, the safest spot was probably close by to him because you knew that it was going to be him taking the shot.
Yeah, after the third one, you're like, right. I'm going to stand next to him from that one so I don't get hit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible, Roasted Opinions. Right, that must have been horrible for her.
Yeah, that's pretty dark there. Pretty dark.
Man.
You hear a lot of stuff like, you know, lightning never strikes twice in the same place and that kind of stuff that you just kind of roll your eyes at, like, yeah, okay.
She didn't notice for hours. Like, what in the? It must have been a really deep sleep.
So I hear a gunshot go off.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, pow. Oh, that was just a TV.
That's That's crazy as well. That's pretty crazy. What else? What else do we have going on right now? Like, what's in the news? Let's have a look at the news. Let's have a gander at what's going on in the world. Snoop Dogg breaks Guinness World Record for largest gin and juice.
Okay.
What?
Not surprised, but
while you were barbecuing and catching up on sleep over the holiday weekend, and my phone's vibrating, that's annoying. Snoop Dogg was busy making history and breaking records with none other than the gin and juice by his side. And it's a giant cup of gin and juice. If anybody would like to take a look at it, I will put it in the chat.
How big was the cup?
Very big. I mean, I'll screen share so you can see. Where is it? Where is it there? That's a pretty big cup.
Oh,
good grief.
Yeah.
Sipping on gin and juice.
132 gallons.
Oh man, that's enough to, you know.
Yeah, that's gonna get
to give to the whole hood.
Yeah, that's enough to mess up the whole stadium there.
Yeah. While you were barbecuing and catching up on sleep over the holiday weekend, Snoop Dogg was busy making history and breaking records with none other than gin and juice by his side. Snoop took to the stage at the Bottle Rock Napa Valley Music Festival with fellow West Coast rapper Warren G and Top Chef Season 6 winner Michael Voltiego. With help of kitchenware brand Williams Sonoma to break the Guinness World Record for the largest paradise cocktail on Saturday. Sipping on his gin and juice drink would probably take a small army to finish, with Guinness confirming the cocktail measured in at more than 132 gallons. The drink contained 180 bottles of gin, 150 bottles of apricot brandy, and 38 jugs of orange juice, according to Guinness. And it just wouldn't be a paradise cocktail without a pink umbrella and a giant straw, which Snoop used to mix up the boozy beverage. As for Snoop, he celebrated on Instagram, posting a photo of him on stage with the drink and Voltiego, I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong, simply captioning it Gin and Juice World Record. So there you go.
I hope everybody had their cups.
Yeah. Hope everyone had their fill, yeah.
I'm saying, sure, hey.
Look at the size of that straw. How's that make you feel, Bert? What do you mean? No, JKid. What do you mean by that?
Whatever it is, I'm sure it's nothing good, Bear.
Yeah, I know. I could assume that, yeah. Such a dumb record. Yeah, there's stupid records for everything, though, you know.
Yeah, well, you know. My Mama Minnie's boyfriend just recently, in the last few months, went with a friend of his to deliver the world's biggest hairball to the museum in Florida.
The what?
Biggest hairball. I kid you not. I guess he was a barber or a stylist or something, and been saving all the hair off the floor for years. Turned it into a big ball.
Why not? I say. I have an opinion piece from The Guardian, which is just news from The Guardian, I guess. What is this big white bar at the top here? I can't get rid of it. The topic is Black Mirror, but it's ghost slavery, the troubling world of pop holograms. What?
Say what now?
I assume that the lefties aren't happy that, I guess, music record labels or whatever are using holographic technology to hold concerts with dead singers.
Oh, okay.
But calling it slavery is a bit much.
Creepy, maybe in some cases, but
yeah,
no.
Dead stars from Whitney Houston to Maria Callas are going on tour again as Miley Cyrus explores the issue in a new Black Mirror. Of course, there's 3 brand new episodes of Black Mirror coming out soon. Which I love Black Mirror, by the way. If you want to give yourself an existential crisis, watch Black Mirror.
Isn't that a game?
Black Mirror?
Mm-hmm.
It's a TV show. It's a drama. A technologically based kind of like drama, I suppose. It delves into the concepts of like social media, social credit systems, how technology can kind of mess with humanity, basically overall. You should really give it a watch. Some of it is messed up. Like,
yeah, I need to get back to it because I watched the first few episodes and they were so messed up. I was like, okay,
the first episode is when the Prime Minister fucks a pig.
Yeah,
and after that, it just gets worse. It's a modern horror story. Is what it is. We can certainly sit down and talk about that. But in the star-making Disney Channel switcheroo Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus played a teenage girl who is able to metamorphose from regular 8th grader to pop icon simply by donning a street blonde wig. Most of the show seems quaintly dated now, but one moment taps into a very 2019 pop anxiety. On the Other Side of Me, a featherweight single from the program soundtrack album, Cyrus sang, "I flipped the script so many times I forget," / who's on stage, who's in the mirror. Cyrus has shifted her image from foam finger humper to wholesome cowgirl since. But her new acting role centers again on the self-searching theme of that forgotten 2006 pop classic. In the new season of Black Mirror, Cyrus plays Ashley, a tween-friendly pop star whose latest marketing gimmick is Ashley 2, a miniature talking robot toy that replicates both her Pepto-Bismol hairdo and platitude spouting persona. The episode's trailer ends with Ashley 2 acquiring potty-mouthed sentience, screaming for her owner to get this USB cable out of my ass. Holy shit. Specifics are under wraps, but the episode seems centered around a big, knotty question. If someone's essence can be transplanted into a mechanized clone, where do we end and robots begin? The thing that you put the personality in is a robot. Like, do we have to get into that Fallout 4 debate, you know, with the what's that group, what's the faction in Fallout 4 that tries to save all the simps? The Railroad, that's it.
Well, and let's be honest, people, we're a long way away from the technology to be able to do something like that.
Yeah, I'm saying that. It's like
there's certainly got to be something more serious and more present day that we can be worried about than that.
I'm just trying to find the bit where they actually get to the slavery part because, you know, they're talking about Black Mirror. I'm not reading all this because it just goes on and on and on and on. But if anybody wants to go give that a read, I'll throw it in the chat. I'm just going to assume that it's because like we've already seen this kind of argument presented about sex dolls and whatnot.
Yeah,
sex dolls can't consent. Yeah, no shit, dude. They're robots. Because they have robot sex dolls, don't they? And of course they have the bog standard sex dolls. Yeah, they're not sentient things. Therefore, they don't have rights. So they also can't feel anything. So shove that slavery argument up your backside. Truly, stick it up your backside. But yeah, Black Mirror's messed up, man.
Yeah, it is.
I know. I just saw like the trailer on YouTube right here. What the season 5 one that you were talking about with Miley Cyrus, and I'm like, what are these people talking about? But then again, this is the Guardian, or out of all places, like they never have nothing interesting to say.
Yeah, it's funny as well because Perfectly Fair Delusions is bringing up the concept of dildos not being able to consent. Because it's basically the same thing. Well, it's funny as well because the same feminist is like, oh, we want male sex dolls. Well, they can't consent.
As I was saying, there are male sex dolls out there. Like,
Yeah.
where the hell they been looking?
Yeah. I don't know. It's because they can't afford it. Like, being woke doesn't pay, I guess.
Oh, they want free male sex dolls.
Yeah.
The cheap. Yeah.
You get it prescribed to you on the NHS to deal with your loneliness. There you go.
Yeah, well, things go full circle because they used to be actually prescribed by doctors to women who were having problems. Yeah. Seriously, where do you think the term hysteria comes from? I'm not joking.
You seem to be suffering from hysteria. Now, if you just stand still.
Yeah.
Right, there you go. Sort your shit out. Get your shit in one sock, you lunatic. Yeah. Yeah, Black Mirror's messed up, man. Like, there's some episodes that really mess with me afterwards for a bit, Every time I see like that robot dog thing, it freaks me out. I'm like, no.
Now I gotta check it out. It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. There's I forget what the episode's called now. Oh, it's a great episode as well. Oh, let me go to Netflix. It's a social media one where it's basically where America, at least, I don't know about the rest of the world, but there's like a social credit system through social media and whatnot. Right. You have to be careful with it on Netflix though, mate, because if you press play, it'll take it to like season 3, I think. Or start from season 4, so you have to go to the little white box at the bottom and change it to season 1.
Yeah,
it 15 million merits is a messed up episode, man.
Jim Beam, yeah, you get it. He said hysteria, and then in the next post, hysterectomy. There's a reason those terms are similar.
Yeah, speaking of the Guardian and what I was talking about earlier, they got right here. Northern Ireland abortion campaign is urging Disney and Netflix boycott.
Nosedive. That's the name of the episode.
Real quick, thank you, Cryptic, for the donation. Give the old some cash. He needs new diapers. Shh, that was our secret, dude. You weren't supposed to know.
Yeah, it's saying right here, Disney and Netflix are threatening to pull film production in Georgia over the U.S. state's new abortion law, but neither company will comment on whether they will continue to make shows in Northern Ireland, where women face even more restrictions of their reproductive rights. Georgia's proposed law, which has prompted a growing boycott from the entertainment industry and leading actors, will ban women from seeking an abortion after 6 weeks. By comparison, Northern Ireland's long-standing ban on abortion is absolute from the moment of conception, with anyone attaining an abortion theoretically facing life imprisonment. It shouldn't be one rule for Georgia and one rule for Northern Ireland, says Emma Campbell, co-chair of the Northern Irish Campaign Group Alliance for Choice. There needs to be some consistency, she added, suggesting that there is often a blind spot when it comes to the reality of life for women in Northern Ireland who have traveled abroad for a termination. So they going out of the country just to have an abortion. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, why don't these people just keep their damn legs closed?
Exactly.
Oh boy. Let's say before we get into that argument again, I see companies like Disney making a public statement could be political pressure on could put the political pressure on in a way that an activist group like ourselves just can't. Film and television producers were attracted to Georgia by the state tax break, but have now found themselves in the middle of a debate over abortion legislations. Most have chosen to stay quiet, but Netflix's chief content officer, Ted Sarandos, I think I'm saying that right, has been one of the few media executives willing to publicly speak out on the topic. This week, he said he will consider pulling his company out of the state where it makes shows such as Stranger Things if the proposed abortion law comes into an effect, while also saying Netflix will join in legal efforts to fight new legislation. Given the legislation has not yet been implemented, we'll continue to film there while also supporting partners and artists who choose not to, he said in the statement. Should it ever come into effect, we'd rethink our entire investment in Georgia. So basically, like since the thing hasn't went into effect, nothing like that, they're saying they're basically threatening. It's like like oh, if this stuff goes into effect and things like that, then we're going to pull all our stuff out of here to basically say just show how woke they are.
Yeah, if
Now
I
this
was
is
Georgia, I'd just say, yeah, fine, go ahead, pay more to
mm,
make your movies,
as
because
it now.
that's what's going to happen.
Hmm.
That's why they were making things like, well, The Walking Dead. I know was made in Georgia, and
Georgia,
different,
Georgia.
I
because
think
it's
it
cheaper there.
had Captain Marvel.
Yeah,
All right, continuing on, it says, however, Netflix declined to comment on whether it would take a similar approach to Northern Ireland. I wonder why. Where it has filmed the game. So, what the hell is Flinch? It has filmed the game. So, Flinch, and it is co-producing the drama Marcella with ITV. This week, Disney chief executive Bob Iger also said it would be difficult for his company to continue filming in Georgia if the law came into effect because many people who work for us will not work there. Disney did not respond to requests for a comment on whether it would adopt the same similar stance towards Northern Ireland, where it has recently filmed scenes from the forthcoming Artemis Fowl film. So basically, like I said, they doing all this stuff in Georgia, but they won't do it over in these places right here where these people asking, well, why won't y'all do that for us? And I wonder why. That's why I said, man, these celebrities and all these business things like that are hypocrites.
oh yeah,
Yeah. Northern Ireland's film and television industry has boomed in the recent years, aided by the successful of the HBO series Game of Thrones once again. Much of which has filmed in that country. Yes, it has. Sophie Turner, who played Sansa Stark, that skank right there, in the series, told Sky News she had signed a public pledge to no longer work in the U.S. with its strict abortion laws. But when it was pointed out that she filmed eight series of Game of Thrones in Northern Ireland, she said, "Luckily, we're moving on." That's because she had already gotten paid.
yeah.
And that's where it ends right there. So basically, Northern Ireland is saying, y'all doing all this stuff in Georgia, y'all doing all this protesting right there. Why won't y'all protest where y'all got all y'all stuff established over here? Well, we're fighting abortion and things like that.
Yeah,
Like I said, man, do not listen to these Hollywood elitists and nothing like that, or these celebrities, because hypocrites, all of them.
yeah. It's because it's fashionable
Hmm.
among liberal society the world over to bash on the United States. Seriously, so they, yeah,
Yeah, like, oh, we won't work in the United States and things like that. But if we get, called to film over here in places like Northern Ireland and things like that, where it's the exact same thing, then, we'll happily go over there. Oh my God. Like I said, you gotta love them.
I'm going to make a call right now because making movies is a business, just like
Hmm.
any other business, and it's the bottom line that matters. Does it make money? Can you make money at it? This will blow over in a while
Yeah.
because once
Just like
they
the whole,
realize that they have to pay so much to film here. Toronto's another place that they film in a lot because it's cheaper to film there than say like New York City. You know, uh,
mhm,
once it comes down to the bottom line, they'll cave.
yeah. And when it's all said and done, money talks. And like I said, celebrities are hypocrites. They'll say they'll say one thing one day, and then the next day they'll back out on their word. They'll do as I say, not as I do type of people.
Yep.
And the people who are basically jumping on this, like people like Sophie Turner and all that right there. The only reason why she's jumping on it is because Dark Phoenix is coming out. So this is good publicity for her movie. To get all the pro-choice people to buy tickets to come see that thing right there to put more money in her pocket.
Yeah.
And then what would she do? She'll turn around and she'll work at exactly in one of these, like pro-life, like pro-life states and things like that. And people are like, I thought you said you were gonna do that. Yeah, I lied. I'm an actor.
Yeah, I mean, I seriously believe they'll cave,
Mm-hmm.
and it won't take long. It won't take long. They're making a big noise about it now, but it'll blow over in a few months, and then after nobody's talking about it as much, then they'll just quietly start filming there again.
Yeah,
that's what'll happen.
If any celebrities stay on it and things like that, it's mostly going to be the ones who are played out, who are just basically jumping on politics for relevancy. People like Alyssa Milano.
Exactly. That's exactly who I was thinking of when you said that. Yeah.
Like I said, because that's all she's got. That's all she's got going for her now. It's like I was saying, when's the last time she even had a role?
I don't know. I don't recall her playing. I'm sure she probably did, but I don't recall a part for her outside of Charmed. I mean, I don't remember anything after that.
Nope. The only thing I've been seeing her doing is, like I'm saying, politics, politics, politics. And it's usually like when a celebrity jumps into politics and things like that, that's usually the last straw. Like, yeah, I'm after this, I'm pretty much out the door. I'm irrelevant.
Yeah.
Well, we have 7 minutes left of the stream, guys. So if you have any questions, now would be the time to ask them. I'm sure your boy Pat, Bloodwing, or myself would be more than happy to answer them for you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whilst you're there, don't forget,
on.
guys, you want to support Bloodwing, support Redneck Radio. You can do so by smashing the hell out of the like button, sharing the stream out to your favorite social media platforms. It helps with the show. It helps it grow. And, of course, if you want to help the old man keep his lights and internet on, you can do so by throwing a few shekels via Super Chat or via Streamlabs. Links are in the description, guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Don't just smash it, just backhand, just pimp slap. Act like you the pimp and the like button is the whole. Just like you get out there, and I'm saying, and make those likes.
Do it. Do it. Mr. Texas, what cheese is the moon made of?
Cheddar.
Yeah, white cheddar, maybe. I don't know.
I gotta be white.
That's racist.
That is racist.
Well, it's yellow, so it, like I said, that'd be racist towards Asians and shit like that. Like what? The Asians on the moon?
There's moon Asians.
Is there any black cheese out there? I know there's coon cheese, but now I haven't seen any black.
I don't know. I mean, a lot of cheese has mold in it, like blue cheese and so forth. That's what makes blue cheese blue cheese.
I tried to get Sue to send me some coon cheese, but like I said, he hasn't been able to do it yet.
But I wouldn't be surprised if there isn't a cheese with at least black flecks in it. Roasted Opinion says Roquefort. I'm not that familiar with Roquefort. I mean, I've heard of it, of course, but can't say that I've ate it. So you may be right.
Ooh. How many questions is there? Come on, guys. Questions.
Oh yeah, if you smoke it, it can look black.
Delicious mold. I like that.
Blue cheese tastes like stomach acid. I'm not a real big fan of blue cheese. I do like it in the blue cheese dressing. But I don't think I could just sit and eat the cheese itself.
And it's usually a good substitute if you ain't got ranch for the wings.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That usually about the only time I pull out the blue cheese dressing is if I'm out of ranch.
What is this shit? H-Bomber guy tweeted out something yesterday, a video, I guess, climate denial. Someone replied to him saying, "Say, H-Bomb guy, do you mind if I asked who voiced Reasonablest Bear? Their voice sounded really familiar, but I couldn't place it. Political bullshit said it was me. What? He's just trying to get back at me for trolling the hell out of him. Sinatra and I just wrecked him one day.
RJ Bansma, JKid already answered you. He gave you what I would have said.
I want some cheese.
Yeah, that does sound good. It's been a while since I've had some good cheese.
Same.
I say,
seriously, Farage PM. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Look up James Polk and Manifest Destiny. No, because at the end of the day, the next prime minister is probably going to be Boris. As much as I don't want Boris to be prime minister, I'd much rather have Dominic Raab. But it's probably going to be Boris at the end of the day, and I guess we might end up having a general election. I don't know. I hope not. Just get Brexit out of the way first and then have a general election afterwards.
Yeah, I don't know. See, that parliamentary democracy makes no sense to me as an American, because, if we want somebody, we elect them. But, in a parliamentary, they elect a parliament, and then the prime minister is elected by the parliament, more or less. At least that's my understanding of it. So that's just odd to me.
It's not Farage's job to deliver Brexit. I know everyone loves Farage and stuff, and I get it. He's very extremely charismatic, and he obviously wants the best for the country and stuff, but he can't deliver Brexit. He's an MEP. MEPs can't do shit.
What about the private prosecution against Boris Johnson? I don't know. You're asking the wrong guy. I'm very unfamiliar with UK politics. You're better to ask Bear about that.
There was talk of that a couple of days ago. He's been ordered to go into court over the official Leave campaign, because I'm sure you probably would have seen a couple of news articles here and there, and maybe see me arguing with a few Ramonas who were like, the official Leave campaign lied. Where's the £350 million a week for the NHS? Of course, that's what it said on their bus. And he's being ordered to go to court over that. I guess it's misleading the public on various things. But at the end of the day, it's kind of not. I mean, like, it's kind of stupid to even say that in the first place, because we haven't left the EU yet. So he's not been, like, he's made the promise or whatever on his Leave campaign, but we haven't left yet. You haven't had a chance to deliver that promise yet. So, like, the concept of it is just stupid. Bloody stupid.
And
the campaign lied. Shut up.
And with that, we are at the end. My, how time flies when you're having fun.
That quick.
Yeah. That's exactly how I felt about it. I looked over at the clock and I said, really? Okay. But thank you guys for coming out, supporting the stream with your presence and your likes and your shares and comments and all those things that help support what I do here. And thank you for those that were able to go just a slight step further and give monetarily. Appreciate you. Bear, as always, thank you for coming. Anything you want to shout out?
Yeah, brand new video on Irate Alex, guys. Just linked it in the chat. Go give it a watch. Had a lot of fun making it.
Do it. Pat, always a pleasure. And you're always welcome when you don't, man got to work.
Yeah, when I'm not working, it's like, if I'm not working, like I said, you can guarantee it, I'm going to be in the chat somewhere.
Yeah. So
also with me, it's like, be sure to check out my Your Boy Pat channel, and also my new channel called Psycho Rick, where I'm doing creepypastas, spooky stories, and all that dark side stuff right there, So if you ever get a chance, check that out, so I can try to build that channel up. and have some fun.
Do it, guys, because if you've never seen his Psycho Rick persona, you're in for a treat. I just really love Psycho Rick. But yeah, again, thank you everybody for coming out. Thanks to everybody in the stream, and as always, get out of my yard.
Bye, guys.